First movie review of 2013, and I've already just now seen a movie that was worse than any movie I saw last year. Texas Chainsaw 3D. Okay, I just want to state this right now. I have never seen any of the other films. This was my intro into the franchise, and I'm happy to say this is going to be the first and last time I watch any of these movies. Now, what story or plot there is in this movie is apparently this takes place after the event of the very, very first Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, in which, you know, a bunch of people go to this house where Leatherface is living, and they just take down the house with everyone in it, and Leatherface apparently and someone else survives it. And this is supposed to take place, I believe, 10 or 20 years after those events, in which there's already a time problem because you're trying to figure out how is it that this takes place 20 years after that movie or that time period, and yet it's already like modern times. So there seems to be a problem with time, but I'm thinking too much into this. Anyway, bottom line, girl inherits this house from this grandmother that she never knew, and before she goes to this house, she gets this letter that says, please read before entering the house. But obviously, being a naive young girl like she is, she decides not to, and her friends just go into this house, and that's where the movie really just starts going over your stereotypical horror cliches of bunch of dumb people doing lots of dumb stuff, and this killer going one by one, chopping them up with a chainsaw or killing them in certain ways. And if you trust me, if I've not even seen the other films, but if you have, chances are you have seen this movie already. This movie, from what I know, did absolutely nothing to initiate any form of it being a sequel to any of the past movies, and it fails at even being a reboot, because it doesn't try to take the whole story of Leatherface and try to tell it in a different way or add something that has not been seen in the franchise up to this point. And that is my biggest problem that I had with this movie, was that I'm trying to understand the whole purpose of why this movie even exists. From what I know, the only thing that this movie exists for is to promote the stupid little gimmick of 3D, which I will say this, there's maybe two whole scenes where Leatherface is taking a chainsaw and he's just waving it in your face, which, no, if you're not seeing this in 3D, you're kind of wondering why he would be doing that. I don't know. It's just a wasted gimmick, and movies should not be built around a gimmick. If you're going to make a movie, make a movie. Try to tell a story. And for God's sake, put characters with some sense of common sense. I mean, the characters are constantly doing stupid things, and you find yourself, like I was, cheering for Leatherface to kill these people, because the faster he kills all of these stupid people, the faster the movie ends, and the faster I can go home. As I'm sure you can tell, I did not enjoy this movie. This movie was terrible on every level. The look of it was terrible, the script was terrible, the acting was terrible, the directing was terrible, everything was terrible. I cannot think of a single positive gesture except for the credits. That is the best part of the film, was when I can leave, because I swore to myself I would not walk out of this film. As you can tell, didn't enjoy this movie. Don't go see it. Watch any other movie in your local theater, and I'll give Texas Chainsaw 3D a 1 out of 10. And this is probably going to be the last time I use numbers for a while now, because I want to change things up. And if you like this review, please like, comment down below, and please subscribe to keep track of me in my future movie and game reviews. And like always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.